So I was asked by the Hope Center to give my testimony. And the reason that's so important to me is because the Hope Center was a part of me at a very young age. The Hope Center was when I would get home from school and we needed just a place to go. The Hope Center for me was it was a place for me to be able to talk about God and be able to explore that relationship with Jesus Christ, and being able to go to camp and learn some of the things that are so important in building a foundation in Christ, being able to have enough courage to come back to the streets of Kansas City and still be able to say that I'm gonna be a sold out follower of Christ, even though my surroundings didn't look like that. The Hope Center gave me the courage to be able to live a life that I could have dreamed about. And it takes a great deal of courage to be able to be a sold out follower of Christ right here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Can you guys give it up for Mr. Reggie McKeithen?
Hey, I really appreciate you guys. I know y'all look at who's this old man standing up here on this microphone, but I just want to introduce myself. My name is Reggie McKeithen. The most important thing to you guys is that I grew up right down the street from where I am right here. Right down the street on 32nd and Highland. Right now we're on Linwood in Benton, right? And the biggest thing that the reason that you see me wearing this uniform in front of you is to show you that your goals are just as obtainable as mine. The statistics that was stacked against you from the moment that you entered into this area code, this zip code, is so much more important for you to be able to see that you're more than that. There's more than 1,000 people in the Kansas City, Missouri Fire Department. There's more than 1,000 people, and I was the first African-American paramedic on the entire fire department, and that's giving thanks to God. It's not me. There's more than 1,000 people in the fire department, and there's only a handful of African-American chiefs that are on this department. And again, the reason that you see white is because they're signifying that I'm a chief on the fire department. And again, that all goes back up to God. The reason that I'm standing before you guys is that when the Hope Center, you guys see the Hope Center right here as this building. You guys see the Hope Center as all of these things here. When I was a part of the Hope Center was in my living room. The Hope Center was at the basketball court at 31st and Paseo. See, it's so easy for people to get, to bring in or to come in after they see the finished product. But how many people can trust God no matter what? How many people can trust God when they don't see the finished product? And all I'm telling you guys is that I am that product. I'm not done, and I'm trusting God through the midst of all of these things. I have to pay homage to someone. His name was Chris Jaley. Everybody know Chris Jaley? Everybody know Chris Jaley? And not only do I have to pay homage to Chris Jaley, but that special woman right there, Heather Hauser. That lady, I'm telling you guys, she was able to break down barriers for me and my family because of the fact that this world is so divided. This world is so divided. So she opened the door to be able to show me that somebody else besides me that didn't look like me can love me just as much as somebody else. And so she has a heart of gold. Hey, can y'all give it up for Heather Hauser, please? Again, I stand before you not to say, look at me. I stand before you to say, look at God. I'm going to say it again. I stand before you not to say, look at me, but I stand before you to say, look at God. If you trust him, he said to have faith in the ounce of a mustard seed. Faith in the ounce of a mustard seed, and he will do unspeakably, undoubtedly things that you can never ask or even think, and that's what he's done for my life. He's done everything for my life. My mother is not here with us today. She passed away, but again, Patricia Howard was another one of those landmarks for this program. She showed us young boys that growing up in T.B. Watkins, in the projects, no matter the statistics stacked against you, that if you wanted to be somebody special, that you could. And she said it so many times that I believed her. And I'm standing before you undeserving of this platform that God has given me. But I told him that if he elevated me to this place, that I would take him everywhere that I went. And I tell you, when I got promoted to chief, you can look at the social media there. It was one of the first times in the history that I've heard of or seen that I invited God into that place. And I had everybody hold hands, and I gave reference. I gave it right back to where God needed it to be. Hey, I just wanted to say, hey, I really appreciate you guys having me. I think it's so important that you guys see that representation matters. I look just like you. I talk just like you. I dress just like you. And I promise you, I'm successful, and so will you be. You just gotta trust God. Hey, I've been wanting to do this since I walked in here. Can I get a K-A-A? Oh, come on. I know it's the wintertime, it's cold outside, but I'm telling you, it's been 25 years in the making, Hope Center. 25 years. K-A-A. Hey, I love y'all. Thank you so much for having me. And I will be around if you need anything. I will make sure that the platform that God has given me, that I'm able to bless you guys and give back to you. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, brother. Give it up, give it up.
If the Hope Center wasn't around, I'm afraid of what life would have been like. Because with the Hope Center around, I still go on the same block that raised me, and people are dead or in jail. And that's with the positive influences, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And sometimes some of the things that are impoverished in some of these neighborhoods, they're so deeply rooted that sometimes it's difficult to be able to overcome some of the obstacles that the enemy may play or face. So without the Hope Center, I'm afraid to see what life would have looked like for me. And that's why I say I pay homage to the Hope Center, because it saved my life. If you were to hire Reggie L. McKeithen Consultancy, it's a multifaceted organization in the sense of not only do I do motivational speaking or uplifting words, but I also teach. I have a heart for teaching, whether it be relating to the fire service or whether it be diversity, equity, and inclusion. My biggest thing is that God blessed me with a platform to be able to convey a message to people in which they're readily able to receive that message. And I just want to use that platform for the good of people.